hey, be careful with the subliminals you're listening to from people. Most of them work for agencies, government, and otherwise, and some of them are not the children they claim to be. Other ones aren't as nice as they claim to be, and most of them utilize forms of religious or dark magic or entities in their affirmations, which is why things get really messed up, okay? Pay attention to the intelligence capacity of the world. It has changed drastically in the last 100 years. So there is really no way that, or a very little small way, that some 14-year-old is sitting there with enough scientific, medical, genetic, chromosomal, frequency, vibration, and whatever else knowledge, insight, and intelligence to be able to give you an actual subliminal that functions efficiently. Speaking as someone who has been in a lot of different programs, who has experienced life from a lot of different angles, I am telling you now, 99.99% of the things you're listening to on YouTube are complete and utter bullshit. They are just covers, they are screens for actual subliminals to get you to have a programmed obsolescence within you. For every one genuine subliminal maker or YouTuber, there is like 5,000 fake ones. This is documented, this is fact, this has been studied, and this has been everywhere. You can look up gang stalking, you can look up targeted individuals, you can look up the Nazis, scientists, and 1950s when they started fluoridating the water and the intelligence went down. You can look up the secret space programs and all the different projects they've had. And yeah, the TV and the internet aren't your friends. Okay? That's why there are those of us utilizing the internet to get you away from the TV so that you can wake up easier, because getting through to the TV is not really easy. So the internet was made to help people, but the virus that affected everything else also affected the internet. So please be careful with what you're consuming mentally, visually, with your ears, with your mouth, with your body, with your sexual energy. Please be careful. And know you are not immune to these things. You will only be immune to them once you are actually aware of them and know what it is you're looking at. You have to be, the poison must be in you first in order for the antibodies to work. Otherwise, you don't have any antibodies to the poison. This is why I started making my own subliminals and posting them. This is why I've been writing my own affirmations and making these videos and posting them on YouTube. Because I've been noticing that nearly every single almost every single YouTuber I had been subscribed to was part of those agencies. Most of the tarot card readers I was watching, I unsubscribed to because I realized that they're basically working for alphabet soup agencies. And some of them flat out tell you while they're reading the cards that they're pulling it out of their ass. They tell you that they are telling me. Well, they aren't spirit guides telling you anything. Spirit guides don't tell you things in English. They don't know English. English is a language within the matrix. Especially this form of English, which is completely butchered from the actual language of the angels, which were the aspects of light that came down into this freaking place to get people to wake up. Which is now being turned into the language of light, basically. Anyway, that's a whole other topic. Just be careful what you're putting into your head. People that are pretending to be 14-year-old YouTubers that have more knowledge about genetics and chromosomes, vibrations, and alien implants, and freaking sit there with 2-hour-long live streams talking to you, insulting everybody, repeating horrible affirmations from chat that's going on. Those aren't people you should be listening to. People that are constantly, like, there's like a million different K-pop, like, subliminal channels. Do you really think that many high school kids have this much knowledge to assist you in restructuring your body? Really? I did a lot of things in this life, and I was a part of a lot of programs, and I still have to research some things on what the facial muscles are called. You're telling me that some 12-year-old brat, whatever her name is or his name is sitting there and they know about the genetic structure of your male or female body? Really? And then you wonder why you feel like shit? When I started trusting them, it cost me a relationship, it cost me health, it cost me genetic DNA programming, it cost me damage in my entire system. They don't know. And if they pretend to know before the age of 20, they're probably working for an agency. And I don't mean to be the kind of person that says, oh, you can trust me, but I'm one of the supposed neutral group people. And you can tell by the amount of fucking subscribers and views my videos get, because they have been capped, which means that there is a blacklist or a black sheep thing on my channel, which is a very normal thing. They call it the YouTube algorithm, but it has nothing to do with the YouTube algorithm, because they keep people that actually communicate efficiently and communicate with truth to support other people. They keep them dumbed down on the channels. So like my channel with like 60 subscribers or whatever it is, that has all this information, but then there's someone with like 100,000 subscribers that talks about nothing but houseplants. There's something wrong with that. Or a subliminal maker that has like 100,000 subscribers or some shit, but they're all, you know, tiny waste, this, that, this, and the other, and then they sit there making 2.5-hour live streams for you. For what? Or they're sitting there making like a video that's like 2 minutes long or a certain amount of length long, but there's nothing in the video. It just says, check the description box. And then you check the description box and they're like, I love you. Well, why did you make a 2-minute video? What's in that video? What audio is playing in that video? Because I can put a million affirmations that say you love yourself within a 0.2 second span of a video. Completely. Have I done this? Absolutely never, ever, ever in any reality. Because it goes against what I believe in, which is your free will, your freedom to choose and your choice to evolve. It's your choice. If you click on a subliminal video I've made, you are guaranteed that there are affirmations in there to love yourself. Which means there are other people that guarantee that when you click on their videos, there are affirmations in there to hate yourself, to hurt people, for racist beliefs, so on and so on and so on, because they don't work for the light, they don't work for the dark, they work for things to keep the light and the dark contained as a battery power source. Look at society. The scientists that were in Nazi Germany that were being trained by interdimensionals went to the United States. This is all documented fact. These beings, along with the human aspects of them, who are in association with archonic entities and narcissistic personality disorder individuals that have no souls, no light, no energy of their own, that are basically demons in flesh, they are utilizing the light and the soul of the human body as a power source. And if you fast forward 1,000 years into the future, you have the Matrix movie. This is why the Pleiadians and everything else, quote unquote, came into the past to help this society now. Because this is the point in society where the scales tipped. Are you going to be dumb enough to believe some 14-year-old knows about your genetic chromosome structures and the foundations of the universe? Or are you going to be intelligent enough to know that it's probably some government agency utilizing something to harass you? And mind you, government agencies are also part of the whole triad system. They're not all the bad guys. Some of them are actually some of the good guys. And some of them are the bad guys too. It's a complete duality, paradoxical mix. For every good, there is a bad. For every bad, there is a good. And in between, there is a neutral. And it's getting harder and harder to maintain neutrality. So please, I urge you, I ask you, I am asking the truest side of you to utilize your intelligence. Put your trust where it's supposed to be, within your own heart, not within some subliminal channel that has 1,000 or 2,000 or 90,000 or 100,000 subscribers. Trust yourself to know which ones are real and which ones aren't. Some 12-year-old girl that has a crush on a boy isn't going to be able to sit there telling you how to manifest bigger breasts or a uterus. They don't know the scientific terminology. They're barely a freshman in high school. You've seen the schools, right? Do you really think they're teaching these kids something that would be able to help you heal your body? Do you really think these children are human to begin with, or that they're actually 12? Next time, ask them. Be like, excuse me, are you working for a government agency? Make a fake account on YouTube and ask them if you'd like. If they don't answer, they probably are. If they answer with a no, then they're not. They are bound by law to inform you. Entities, demons, agencies, all these beings, they are bound by law to inform you. They must. It is part of the divine law. Including the nutties, all the secret societies. They cannot do what they do in secrecy. It is a divine declaration made a long time ago that if these beings are to do what they're doing, they must be open about it. Hence the Georgia Guidestones. Hence the news, the false flags, the bullshit. Ask and it is given. And if you really think some 12-year-old has more capacity to influence your body than you do, then ask yourself who dumbed you down this much.